We are back today with 4 shorts, and I think for the first time we actually had a week of shorts where they all weren't that bad.
Yeah,
This-
they were pretty cute.
I did like them.
They were not bad,
You're right,
yeah.
Joya. It was the first time in forever.
And we entered a new year. It's the year 1941. We got out of the 1940.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why they got
That
better.
doesn't impress you at all?
Well, politically, we're back there too, so.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
impress I'm just kidding.
Come on, Pearl Harbor, Citizen Kane.
Yeah, what
Pearl
was
Harbor, like,
It's
why is that
1941.
exciting? That sucked.
It's just the year of 1941.
Okay.
I got 1941 facts. You want them?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're gonna make you just hate
Day
everything.
that will live in infamy, anyway.
Average monthly rent,
No, I don't want to know these facts. I don't want to know these facts.
very close, $32.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Wow, that was close.
Average
month?
average cost for a new home,
Oh my god.
$720.
$75,000.
$10,000.
$4,000.
Jeez.
Alright, that's it.
Gas?
It's probably like
Did they
2
even
cents a
use
gallon?
this? Were there even cars back then? I don't even want to know.
2
Yeah,
cents a
they're-
gallon?
they had to crank them.
Yeah.
5 cents a gallon?
Gas, 12 cents a gallon.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I just paid $5.09 yesterday.
We just finally got back under $4, so I'll take that.
Well, Hillary
I
has to
pay
get the
$5.
bougie gas.
Oh,
Yeah.
you got to get
Bougie
the
gas over
bougie
here.
gas.
And I only have my credit card, so I had to do that too.
That's okay.
It was desperate times. I was out east, you know.
You gotta get the Speedway rewards. That's your problem right there.
I was out in Riverhead, so it was.
It was slim pickings, I know.
Yeah.
It's like Gus's gas station.
Yeah. Listen, I could say these things because my mom grew up out there.
There you go.
Just to preface this.
But it's 1941. The 4 shorts that we have this week, it's the Little Whirlwind, Canine Caddy, Early to Bed, and then finally Lend a Paw.
Yeah.
So 1 Mickey short, 1 Donald short, and 2 Pluto shorts. Even though that Lend a Paw, they call it a Mickey short, it ain't a Mickey short. That's,
Yeah,
that's,
no,
more of
it
a
was
Pluto.
a-
That's a Pluto
It was
short.
Pluto.
Yeah.
Pluto was the star of that show.
All right, we ready?
Yeah.
Ready when you are.
Let's go. So first up is the Little Whirlwind. What this short is mostly known for is it's the short where Mickey and Minnie both go through like a brief design change. I don't know if anyone noticed that. I pointed out to you when you were
Yes.
watching it. Their bodies are a little bit slimmer. Their heads, hands, and feet are a little bit larger. Their tails are gone completely. No more tails on them. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice.
And their ears are not just like 2-dimensional, like flat. They actually have like inner ears.
Oh.
You can actually see that. And buck teeth.
Yeah.
For
They
some
have a
reason.
relationship change too because
Yes.
it seems like
Apparently, yeah.
I noticed that too, and I was like,
she
what?
didn't want anything to do with him unless he did work.
I know, and they acted like they didn't even know each other.
Yeah.
But the buck teeth would only appear for like a couple frames.
Yeah.
So I don't even know why they even bothered. But this design would only last for like 5 years, and they were redesigned again in 1946 for the short Squatters' Rights. Speaking of Minnie Mouse, for us at least, she has a new voice actress.
Oh yeah, I noticed that. That was the only thing I noticed. I was like, she sounds different.
So now it's Thelma Boardman.
You mean she wasn't like yoo-hoo?
She did a
Okay.
fine impression, I think. I mean, it sounded close enough to Minnie.
To me, it didn't make a difference.
Oh, that's a good thing.
yeah. I thought it was different.
She actually first voiced Minnie as part of a radio show called the Mickey Mouse Theater of the Air in 1937, but then later in film, in the 1938 Donald Duck short, Donald's Better Self, she also provided the voice there. But we haven't seen them because they're not on Disney Plus, so this is our first time getting her. She doesn't voice Minnie for too long, though. After this one, she only appears 3 more shorts, and then it's another actress, which we'll get to when we get there.
Oh.
And also on a Disney note, she provided the Spanish dub voice of Snow White in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
So she's also Snow White, I guess you could say. And then finally, we know Disney loves reusing animation, right?
Wait, is this what I said?
What do you think it is?
Well, remember when we were watching the little what were they? The little things that were marching.
Not that.
Oh, the leaves marching reminded
Yeah.
me of the cards from Alice in Wonderland.
That's
what
what
she
I
said, yeah.
said, and I also said the broomsticks,
Oh yes.
but more the cards. Yeah.
yeah.
Fantastic thought, but you're wrong.
Fuck.
Wait,
Sucked.
did we review Alice in Wonderland?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I asked that.
Oh
Too.
yeah, because I was like.
We had a short, which was through the mirror. And it featured like elements from Through the
Oh
Looking
yes,
Glass.
yes.
But the big whirlwind that appears, it's the same animation that they use in the band.
Hercules? No, I'm just kidding.
No, in the band concert when the whirlwind comes and like
I
destroys all
wouldn't
the
guess
concert and
that.
everything.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't
have thought of that. Yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, they reused it here.
Damn.
The Little Whirlwind, released February 14th, 1941.
Valentine's Day.
Oh, Valentine's Day. How about that? And Mickey and
Wow.
Minnie are not a couple.
No.
Wow.
Fuck yourself.
Actually, the complete and she throws it.
Opposite.
Yeah.
Rated TV Y7 and has a runtime on Disney Plus of 9 minutes and 39 seconds. Directed by Riley Thompson. Animation by Ward Kimbrell, Walt Kelly, Kenneth Muse, and Fred Moore. And voice work by Walt Disney and Thelma Boardman, as we mentioned. Alright. So, we open up. Minnie Mouse is in her kitchen, and she's baking a cake.
Making a cake.
She's making
Like
some
Hills.
cake.
Yeah.
In addition to the new design, Minnie also has a big blue bow and a light blue
Yeah.
skirt
Yeah,
with purple
I liked
shoes. Yeah. I don't really remember seeing that all that much. So.
No, that's not her common outfit.
She places the cake in the window, and the smell travels its way down the road outside, and that's where it gets to Mickey
And it's
Mouse.
personified as a hand, as it always is.
Yeah, they do this in cartoons a lot.
Yeah.
I think, what is it? It's like Shaggy and Scooby are always
Yeah.
like lifted and then
Yeah.
like brought to the
Yeah.
food
Yeah.
in Scooby-Doo.
Yep.
Or anytime you get like a fat guy, they usually do that too in
Yeah.
animation.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Mickey, by the way, he is wearing a hat and blue overalls instead of his usual outfit. It kind of looks like similar to what he was wearing on the Mr. Mouse Takes a Trip with the top hat
Farmer.
and king.
A farmer.
His farmer outfit.
Farmer Mickey.
The smell hits Mickey in the face and sends him into a trance, lifting his body off the ground.
Smacks him in the face.
It does. And it brings him to Minnie's window. But as he gets close to the window, Minnie shuts the window on him.
She slammed that window.
And the smell is gone, and Mickey just falls to the
She was
ground.
like, fuck this. Bam.
Mickey then starts to peek inside the window like a little pervert and spots the cake. So he thinks it's just fine to knock on Minnie's window.
He's like, hey.
You can't eat that whole cake by yourself.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what Mickey did in the prior short before this, but Minnie and Mickey are on the outs.
Yeah,
are.
Because
seriously.
Minnie has no interest in
She
giving Mickey
pretended
any
she didn't
cake.
even know him.
She turned away from him.
She was like, no loafers, fuck you.
Yeah.
Literally.
I don't have food for loafers,
Yeah.
is what she said.
Which also, like, rude. What kind of philanthropist are you?
No.
Share what you got.
Who do you think she was making the cake for?
herself.
That whole cake was for her?
She's a
I know,
fat
that's what I
bitch.
mean.
No, I'm just kidding.
She's a
That
big
must have not
bitch.
have been important because
Yeah.
of what happened at the end, but
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mickey's outside begging for food, and he tells her that he's hungry and he wants to eat some cake. Minnie.
Stop making it sexual.
He just wants
Minnie, let me get a slice of your
He
cake.
just wants some cake. He wants to eat it. I don't know. Keep your perverted thoughts off this.
Yeah. She's got some big cake.
She does have some big cake. Some big ass cake, yeah.
Not even birthday.
Mickey then offers to clean Minnie's yard, grooming the yard.
Yeah.
In addition for some cake.
Which doesn't seem worth it, in my opinion. Like, you're gonna clean the whole yard and all you're getting out of it is cake?
Just go to the bakery.
Yeah.
Just buy some
Yeah.
cake, forehead.
They don't have a bakery.
Well, listen, nobody has cake like Minnie's got.
If they had a bakery,
That's
Minnie
a-
would,
They'll mow her
Minnie would
lawn.
buy
yeah.
the cake.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, Minnie accepts, but warns him no more clowning, and Mickey happily gets to work.
I'm glad everybody else was on the same page as me because the whole time we were watching it, I was like, "Damn, he wants some cake."
This boy is starving. Alright?
It's been a while.
So Mickey starts raking all the leaves in the yard when in the distance approaches the Little Whirlwind.
This little fucker.
You didn't like the Little Whirlwind?
No, fucks
a
everything
troublemaker.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
It's like equivalent to when those kids are like running around in your store and like ripping shit off the
And the
shelves and
parents aren't
everything.
doing anything.
Yeah,
about
and
it.
then you get mad and you're like, "Yo, can you watch your kid?" And the parents are like, "Don't talk to my kid that way." And I'm like, "Just be a fucking parent." Like what? Like what?
Yeah.
The Little Whirlwind makes its way down the dirt road, and it enters Minnie's yard. It kind of like stalks Mickey, like hiding behind like
Yeah.
trees and everything.
Yeah.
Mickey, meanwhile, is seen skipping through the yard with a basket on his head. I'm not really sure why. What's going on here?
He's gonna rake up the leaves.
Yeah, he's having a good time. He's having fun. The
He's
Whirlwind.
gonna get some cake.
Yeah.
It's a good day.
The Whirlwind is sneaking up behind him. It's very like Elmer Fudd-esque. Like,
Yeah.
just like,
Yes.
it's funny. And he hides inside the basket, unbeknown to Mickey. Mickey, with his back turned, tries to scoop up the leaves and put them in the basket, but every time he does so, the Whirlwind moves to the other side, moving it out of the way for Mickey. This goes on for a couple more times.
It took Mickey way too long to figure this out.
Well, what was his
Real.
solution?
Nail it to the ground.
He grabbed the nail and just nailed the basket to the ground.
Good.
Good thought.
No.
It's a good idea in theory. But when Mickey tries again this time, the whirlwind spits out all the leaves into Mickey's face and steals his hat and runs away. Mickey goes to confront the whirlwind, who ends up getting away. He grabs all the leaves and dumping them into Mickey's pants instead.
Which, honestly, you should have just left it that way, because then all the leaves were cleaned up. They weren't anywhere. Just leave them in your pants.
He can't get no cake.
He could take off his pants. He's not going to need them later, right?
Yeah.
Like, take off your pants, wrap them up in there, and then you got rid of all the leaves.
Exactly.
Exactly. Well, the whirlwind and Mickey have a tug of war battle over the basket, which ends up coming apart. The whirlwind then whistles to get the attention of all the leaves, and they start marching along, following him. Mickey tries to sneak up on the whirlwind as it marches around the house.
Also, when the leaves are marching, there's like 5 leaves. I'm
Yeah.
like, this isn't that big of a mess to clean up.
Yeah.
He's being beaten by 5 leaves.
And a whirlwind.
He doesn't deserve any cake.
Well,
That's what I
5
said.
maybe the trade-off is a little better. 5 leaves for a slice of cake. That's a little more reasonable, I feel like.
I don't know. Why are you undervaluing her cake?
Damn.
She got a good cake to sell?
You don't think she does?
I don't know. Do you think Mickey's had her cake before? And that's why he really wants it?
No. New cake is always the best cake. Alex is like, you guys are fucking awful. I hate you all.
I mean, it did look kind of good with the pink frosting.
Yeah.
Reminded me of like strawberry
With
cake.
that cherry on top.
Hey, why do they put
That
cherries
is
on top of cakes?
untouched.
I
And
don't
she
know.
kissed it.
Mhm.
She kissed the cherry.
She did.
You know what?
That's fresh cake.
We have bakers at this table. Any of you put a cherry on top
I
of your
think
cake?
we're talking about different things.
I'm trying to keep us on track over here.
So I have put cherries on top of my cakes before, but it's not a regular thing.
Yeah.
Cherry, it's pink. Yo, it's
Yep.
new cake. Remember
Yep.
that.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
She's got cherry on top.
Bunch of perverts.
Gotta pop it.
No,
Oh no.
I'll show you, Dan.
Alex
All
is
right.
over.
Look, I
Alex
put cherries
is,
on top of this cake.
Alex,
Is that a
this
fruit
the
cake?
It's true.
first-
No.
This is the first one, and
Lemon
Alex
cake?
is like, fuck
No.
all of you. You're all terrible. Sorry, Alex.
It's okay. It's funny.
It's equivalent to the more water.
Scusi.
Scusi. What a
That poor guy.
I wish you were there.
I guess they just didn't have
That was so much
sprinkles. Were
fun.
sprinkles like created back then in the 40s?
1951 sprinkles were made.
Really?
Yeah.
No, you didn't just. You just whipped that out of your ass.
You don't think I did the research on
If
this?
you're right.
And were
If you're right,
were
I'm done.
Laura might know.
invented. 1913.
Nah, see, that's like overseas. You need to look up U.S. when they're made.
A Dutch confection.
Yeah,
See, that's
Dutch.
Dutch. No, that's not good. We're moving on. That's wrong. Wrong again, Hillary.
When was
Kevin Bacon wasn't in Footloose.
1913.
You're
Oh,
wrong.
those are only chocolate sprinkles.
Look it up.
Well, anyway.
They only had chocolate.
Oh, see, I'm obviously
That's
talking
fine.
about the rainbow sprinkles.
The
They didn't get the dyes for
sprinkles
those, at
were
least.
created in 1913, but they didn't become popular until 1920.
Give or take like 25
Sprinkles
years, so.
suck.
I love chocolate sprinkles.
Jimmy's?
I hate all sprinkles. They're disgusting.
Sprinkles. All right, enough sprinkle talk.
Wow.
Mickey tries. I guess not.
Okay.
I was
What did
right,
you
right?
find? Anything interesting?
No, 1951. How about that? Mickey tries to sneak up on the whirlwind. And he throws a bag over it, capturing it inside, and he ties it off and he rides it like a rodeo. Oh there.
Wow. Okay.
The whirlwind struggles to break free, but Mickey he ties it shut and boots it away. The bag, however, returns and it turns into like a boxing glove,
Yeah.
and it starts just punching Mickey over and over again. Eventually, the whirlwind frees itself from the bag and makes a run for it, with Mickey chasing it with a rake, trying to hit it.
With a rake.
I don't understand. Like, what? How does whirlwind survive so long? Don't they just like eventually die off?
Dissipate?
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like
Especially in a bag where there's no wind.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
get it.
Well,
Meteorologists
It's
must not like this short.
The
I
laws
heard
of
reviews
physics
from
are
meteorologists.
cease to exist in
Panned
Mickey
this.
cartoons.
Hated it.
Oh,
They
yeah.
re-reviewed it again, 1951. They just hated it. All
Yeah.
these years later.
What's his name? Jim
Yeah.
Cantori?
Yeah.
Is that his name? Yeah, he definitely hates it.
Yeah. The whirlwind runs off into the distance, calling out for Mama,
Mama.
and Mama arrives. Giant whirlwind starts chasing Mickey back to the yard, leaving a path of destruction behind it, ripping up the grass, power lines, everything.
It's just a tornado. It wasn't even a whirlwind.
Kind
It
of
was just
Yeah.
a tornado.
remind me
This
of
was
like
a
Wizard
natural
of Oz.
disaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that thing.
Look what you did,
A
Mickey.
twister. It's a
Yeah.
twister. It's a twister.
Kind of also
She-
remind me of like the Tom and Jerry feel when he would mess with the little puppy and it would go get the
Yeah.
dad.
Oh, the
Yeah.
big muscle
Yeah.
one. That was
Exactly,
like,
exactly what it reminded me of. Like, oh, okay.
Mickey desperately tries to run from the giant whirlwind, but eventually he gets sucked up inside and spit back out into a nearby pool of water, and we see the wreckage. Everything's just torn up. This big bitch of a whirlwind just tore everything up.
Well, yeah,
The whole
Mama
neighborhood.
whirlwind.
Yeah.
No one was gonna mess with her baby.
it's true.
And then back inside of the house,
Minnie is completely unaware that anything happened.
natural disaster occurring right outside her window. She's still baking a cake, but she's putting the finishing touches on her cake, covering it in pink frosting with a cherry on top.
Mwah.
Mwah, and
Fancy.
gives it a little kiss. She comes outside to find her yard has just been destroyed, and presumably at the hands of Mickey. She thinks Mickey somehow tore up all the grass.
It was indirectly because of Mickey.
Mickey
Yeah.
also tore down the power lines and the neighbors' yards and
It's his
everything.
fault.
He
Yeah,
was reckless.
what some men will do for a piece of cake. She shrieks in horror and angrily calls him a clown. She said no clown,
That's right.
but he was a clown.
Mm-hmm.
That fucking clown.
Damn clown.
Mickey, embarrassed of the situation, starts to walk off and assumes that there'll be no cake for him today, but Minnie begs to differ.
Oh, you would have had this cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was excited.
Mickey's now excited. He turns around and he sees that Minnie's cake is coming right at his face,
Yeah.
pelting
The
him.
whole thing, it was like 3-layer cake.
Yeah.
She went through all that effort
Just to throw it.
Just to throw it at him.
at Mickey's face, and he ate it off his face.
I mean,
And he
I would've-
deserved it. He
yeah.
fucked everything up. What else is new?
He deserved that cake.
He got the whole cake. He could have just cut him a slice.
Mickey eats
Should have
it.
just.
It worked out
slapped
for him.
Mickey eats the cake off his head as the short comes to an end.
It's always good when it's on your
Yeah.
face.
Well, you gotta clean it up. too.
All I was thinking about this one was there was leaves on the picture. Like I thought it was gonna be about fall, and you guys are just making it dirty. I was like, "Yay, fall's coming!" Like, sorry,
it's
I'm
okay.
so excited.
Yeah, don't
like
fall into this cake.
leaves.
It was coming
Yeah.
out on Valentine's Day, and
Yeah.
it wasn't fall related. It was about getting cake.
I guess
Oh,
The
so.
true
Valentine's
meaning
Day
of
too,
Valentine's
yeah.
Day.
Mickey just had some blue balls at the end of the day. It's fine.
Ah!
That's what Minnie's blue bow represents.
Yes.
I'm afraid to ask this, but thoughts?
Big, juicy black olives.
Yep.
Anyone got any thoughts on this one?
I thought it was
That's
cute.
a good
I thought
one.
it was cute. I liked it.
Yeah, it was cute.
It was cute.
Yeah.
Surprisingly enough, right?
Yeah.
I
Compared to the other one.
Yeah, it's got like a troublemaker in it in the whirlwind, and I hate those. But
Yeah.
I didn't
But
mind
once
this
again,
one.
it's always chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know why? It's because this one can't talk.
Oh yeah,
The whirlwind.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
There really wasn't much dialogue just
No.
between Mickey and Minnie.
Yeah.
But it reminded me of like Toontown, where you used to be able to go visit the houses,
Oh, I wish you
and
could do
Minnie had a
that.
cake in the oven, and you know,
Yeah.
I don't know. I miss that.
And now, a brief We Watch Disney podcast random story.
So I grabbed, without thinking about it, unbleached, so they're brown,
Probably
paper
like
towels.
organic.
Yeah, but
They
like
are.
it didn't like mean anything to me. Like I just grabbed them, tossed them in, and our grocery bill was like really high. And I'm looking at the receipt. Those paper towels. It was a 6-pack of 7th generation unbleached paper towels. $21.50.
What does that mean, 7th generation?
That's
It's
the
a
brand.
brand.
Oh.
And I was like, you did less shit to it. Why is
Yeah,
it
why does it
cost
cost more?
I was so upset. I was so mad.
I don't blame you.
I texted everybody. I texted every single person I knew except Michael, but Alex. I texted Alex, so that's what counts. But like, I was like $21.50,
Terrible.
and I told Dan, I was like, this is
I would have
fucking
brought
decor.
them back.
It was just like one of those things. I
Especially
was
they're
like-
brown. That's like
I was like-
custodial paper
Yeah.
towels.
I was like, this is decor in our house. We invested in modern art, and it is now going to follow us everywhere we go.
yeah. We save them for the next time we have a paper towel shortage or something. But that's what we use. Like when the paper towel shortage was going on, my dad had those like brown paper towels
Yeah.
that like you do from
Yeah,
the
yeah,
bathroom.
yeah.
Like that's what we were using at the time.
I'm just
Who
gonna
cares?
try to use them to make shit out of it, like origami.
Paper
and stuff
mache.
like
Yeah,
that.
We're gonna
yeah.
wrap all your gifts in it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good
Wow,
idea.
that's good.
It'll be like craft paper because they're brown.
Yeah. And like we couldn't even like the cashier, she was like, "Oh, you guys seem so laid back. You guys are so fun. Like because we were like
Because
checking.
then
She
you
like
could be like, $21, put those back.
yeah,
Damn,
because
I
she
need to party
dropped
with these
something
people.
and like I was like, it didn't break, who cares? And she's like, that's what I think too. She's like, you guys seem like such a fun couple. You're so laid back, and I'm like, yeah. And then I saw the receipt and I'm like, oh, I can't go back now.
Yeah.
I'm like, she
She's like,
called
You
us
need
fun.
me to return those for you. Let me know. I
Oh,
got
that's
no
fun.
shame.
She was like, look at these millennials spending $21
know.
on paper towels.
I make less in an hour than these paper towels
Yes,
get.
seriously.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
That was a brief We Watch Disney Podcast random story.
Canine Caddy is up next. This is a weird one because it was originally a Mickey Mouse cartoon. It says it on the poster for it and whatnot. But on Disney Plus...
Doesn't Pluto, like, face pop up in the beginning?
Well, yeah, on Disney Plus they changed it to it's a Pluto cartoon where his face pops up at the beginning. And I think it's more accurate. I don't know why they
Yeah.
had it as a Mickey short. But you could say the same thing about the last one, too. But that's also a Mickey short. Released on May 30th, 1941, rated TVG with a runtime on Disney Plus of 8 minutes and 2 seconds. Directed by Clyde Geronimi. Animated by Bruce Bushman, Eric Gurney, Emery Hawkins, Volus Jones, Kenneth Muse, George Nicholas, Charles Nichols, Chick Otterstrom, Maury Redden, and Norman Tate.
Ah,
It's a lot of people for this one short.
that Norman.
Mm-hmm. Voice work by Walt Disney and Pinto Colvig. Alright. We open up with Mickey in his golf outfit preparing to tee off at the golf course. His caddy for the day is his dog, Pluto. First off,
Always the best caddy. Your dog.
actually, kind of a good idea. Because,
Find your ball.
yeah, Pluto keeps pointing it out to Mickey. So,
Yeah.
I mean, Michael, you golf? You don't golf, right? Anyone golf?
Come on, we all went to Top Golf. We know
You
Michael
see,
doesn't
I don't
golf.
golf.
You see him launching the golf ball? I don't know.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, to
going
the right.
sideways.
It went far, though. First off, this golf course looks terrible.
Yeah, it does.
It's overgrown. There's leaves everywhere.
Yeah,
There's
he
no
brought a
That's
maintenance
my
bunch
on
kind
it.
of golf course. No one cares if it's bad or good.
You just get lost in the leaves. You
That's
can't
it.
find your ball. You just
Get
bring
the
your
Little
ball.
Whirlwind.
Your
Yeah.
ball
Sure.
struck my foot.
There's no wonder nobody else is on this golf course. Mickey asked Pluto to tee up the ball so he can tee up. Mickey came woefully unprepared because he doesn't even have tees.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had to use mounds of dirt.
Dirt.
Yeah, Pluto just digs up a giant mound of dirt, and that's what he's going to tee off of.
No wonder why the golf course is a piece of shit.
I mean, you let dogs on it, so.
Yeah.
I would advise doing that. I don't think the golf course would like you tearing up their grass and making a golf mound, dirt mound for your golf ball.
Yeah.
Mickey lines up his shot, but he can't focus as he hears Pluto sniffing the flag stick. Like that. Realistically, I don't know where the previous hole was because like Pluto's sniffing a golf.
Yeah, like
But, like,
I was
but
Right
it's
like,
like
near him.
Yeah.
it was like right in front of him, and then Mickey had a driver, and I was like, what's going on here? I was like, he should have like a putter.
Sounds
because-
very unsafe.
Yeah, I didn't understand.
Huh.
Yeah, logistics make no sense. Finally, Mickey tees off, and Pluto chases his ball to find where it lands. It ricochets off the trees before coming to a rest, and he turns into like a pointer dog and just locks in on it. Mickey, I guess he ended up on the green somehow.
Magically.
One shot.
Not only that, but he's like 2 feet away from the hole.
Right.
So like I guess it was a really good shot.
job.
Pluto takes away the flag stick so Mickey can putt. And Mickey cheats.
He shaves a finger.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
that's,
gets like a buzzer.
Oh yeah, I asked if you could do that.
Yeah, that's
and you were
another-
like, no.
that's another golf tip. Don't do that. The course will not like that.
Don't mow the
You
lawn.
can't just mow the lawn yourself.
Just trying to
Uh,
save on their landscaping though.
I mean, yeah, they don't landscape, so.
Yeah, somebody's got to cut this grass. He lines up his putt, which ends up missing, but Pluto, being the good boy that he is,
You blew it in.
he blew it back into the cup.
No one
So
saw
I don't
it.
know if it was par 3, par 4, but Mickey hit it too on this hole.
Ooh, under par. What?
Under par.
Under par. I know golf things.
The next hole, Mickey's still teeing off with his dirt mound. He yells 4 before he even tees off.
I don't understand why people yell that.
Well, you yell 4 to alert people who are ahead of you that like the ball is coming their way, but like there's nobody else on this golf
Yeah.
course.
yeah, but also
And he
like, why
hasn't
do you
even swung
yell
yet.
for though? Like, why that word?
Like
I don't know.
So it
forward,
doesn't hit your
maybe?
forehead.
Yeah.
I think going with forward is like. Let me Google this.
normally?
to let the 4 caddy know when the ball was being struck.
What the fuck is a 4 caddy?
4 caddies were in charge of watching the golf balls and indicating where the golf balls landed.
Oh, so it's nothing to do with the people ahead of you?
Wow.
I thought it was.
The golfers would yell at 4 caddy. Eventually, the caddy part was dropped, leaving just the 4.
Huh.
So, unless you have a 4 caddy, you sound like an idiot if you're shouting 4.
Wow.
Well,
He didn't have a 4 caddy.
he didn't, so I guess he sounded like an idiot. Pluto's also like standing right in front of Mickey when he tees off.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that either.
Mm-mm.
That seems very
No,
dangerous.
you shouldn't stand in front of the person who's
No,
hitting the ball.
he just ducks every time,
Damn.
and it works out for him. But yeah, don't do that.
Oh, okay.
You'll die.
You'll die. Really?
Get struck by a golf ball?
I mean, like, it depends on how hard they hit it, right?
Oh my god, you would die.
And it depends on where you get hit.
True.
Get a concussion, maybe.
Pluto gives chase to the ball, which rolls
And
up.
Dan's like, no, you would die. Shut up.
I mean, that
You're dead.
close.
DEA
that
dead.
close on the
Dead.
drive. Yeah, maybe.
Pluto chases Mickey's ball that he hit, which rolls up a hill, but then back down the hill and falls into the sand trap.
Jack and Jill go up the hill to fetch a pail of water.
That's not this.
I know, you just said up and down the hill.
Mickey takes his next shot. It's not very good. The ball doesn't even make it out of the trap.
Good observation, Dan. It wasn't very good.
You know, sand just goes everywhere. He just hits sand. He doesn't hit the ball.
I don't like sand.
No. The ball is now sitting on another dirt mound, but this dirt mound also happens to be on Pluto's ass.
It's all the
You
butt
didn't see
stuff.
any of this?
You missed the butt stuff?
Oh.
I think I did. I'm telling you, I wasn't even away from the TV screen for more than a minute.
It's always the butt stuff.
So this is good. You missed a good part. The ball is sitting on Pluto's butt, but on a dirt mound, and Mickey tells him, don't move.
And so Pluto's like, what the fuck, what the fuck?
He's going to hit the ball off of his ass.
God, why couldn't he just like...
Take a drop? I don't know.
It gets better. He misses the first time, and there's less dirt now. He misses a second time, now there's no dirt. The ball is sitting on Pluto's bare ass, and Pluto is like pleading for his life,
Oh my
begging to
God.
God above, and
Animal
Mickey's like,
abuse.
hold still!
butt
Yeah,
stuff?
let her yell at him. Hold still.
Maybe that's why Malachi was so scared, because I was yelling at him for breaking my sunglasses,
thought
and he
you were
sees
gonna-
this
He thought
stuff
you were
on the
gonna beat his
TV.
ass with a golf club.
Well,
Oh no.
God was on Pluto's side this day, because Mickey successfully hit the ball off his
Oh,
ass.
thank
But did he like duck?
He ducked, and the
Right,
ball like
and
stayed in
just stayed
midair,
in midair.
and just whacked it. And it makes it out of the sand trap.
Nice.
And then the gopher shows up, right?
The
Fucking
ball
gopher.
falls into
Okay, see,
yeah. The ball
I
falls.
watched most of it. Just,
Yeah, you
just
came-
like
you came back
literally
in.
30 seconds I feel like I missed.
You missed the best part.
God.
The ball falls into a dirt hole somewhere off into like the woods, and the golf ball gets spit out of the dirt hole, and it's all chewed up. There's
Like
a
an apple.
Yep, there's a gopher that was in the hole, and he and Pluto don't really seem to like each other all that much.
Well,
Yeah, they were like enemies.
Pluto digs into the hole trying to get the gopher out, who makes it out and is behind Pluto now, but Pluto doesn't realize it. And he bites him on the tail a bunch of times.
Yeah.
The gopher ends up getting away. Pluto ends up trapping the gopher into like a can.
Yeah. But then he just digs his way out.
I
Wow.
even
Yeah.
called that. I was sitting there, I'm like, it's not even in there
That little
anymore.
gopher was smart to do that.
And Alice was, he picked it up like, oh.
And when Pluto reaches his hand into the hole to try to grab the gopher bites his hand some more.
I mean, I don't know why you didn't expect that. I would bite you too if you stuck your hand into my hole.
No cake for you, Dad.
This is like it's like the Tom and Jerry portion of the short,
Yeah.
where it's just the gopher
Yeah.
running all around and Pluto chasing him. They
Yeah, and then Mickey doesn't show up until like the end, right? It's
yeah,
just-
they tear up the grass all over the golf course. We go back to Mickey, and I don't know what the deal is with this golf
He's
course.
on like
He's
the
on
green. That's a hill.
A huge hill.
It's like
Yeah.
a 5-foot green with a hole, and it's on a hill. I don't know how he got up there to putt. But the rest of the hill, mountain, whatever you want to call it, Pluto and the gopher are like tearing holes into it, like Swiss cheese, poking in and out of
I
it.
was like trying to think, I'm like, is this even possible to happen in real life?
I don't
No,
think so.
I don't think this is how gravity and land works. But the hill ends up collapsing from all the holes, and the short concludes with Mickey laughing at the destruction, proclaiming, "Oh, you're just a mutt." And the two share a laugh, and the short comes to end. I don't think the golf course found this as funny.
Probably
As
not.
they
Probably
probably
not.
did.
when everything just comes falling down, I'm like, are you guys proud of yourselves? Like, you destroyed this whole thing. Granted, it wasn't that great in the first place, but, like, are you happy with yourselves? Like,
And then they just packed up and like, all right, let's go home.
yeah. They're just like, bye. Leaving dirt and ruined golf course. And just leaving.
I
Lesson
think
learned.
this
Can't
was
have a dog as a caddy.
yeah.
Right?
I think this was the weakest of the four.
Yeah,
Me too.
this
Yeah.
wasn't my favorite.
Unrealistic golf aside, it's a little too, like I was just saying, like Tom and Jerry-esque,
Yeah, it's a long.
where it's just
Right.
running around and
That's what I said about the first one. It was like a little Tom and Jerry, a little bit.
Yeah.
yeah, but
You know what else I don't like? And this is like purely, what's the word? Visual. The colors are just so dry looking.
they're like
Yeah.
muted.
Yeah,
You know,
and it's so
the sky's like yellow
Yeah,
the
I
whole
don't like
time.
it.
Yeah, you're right. It's not very vivid.
yeah.
It wasn't visually engaging.
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay.
I spaced out on this one a little bit. Like I was watching it and my eyes just kind of glazed over.
Damn, there's a gopher.
Damn.
They're
I was
playing
like,
golf.
I was like, what is that? A gopher or a rabbit or what did I say?
Raccoon.
Oh yeah. I was like, what the fuck is that?
All right. Up next is Early to Bed. This is
God.
our Donald short for today.
Alex seems to have an opinion.
I came to
Go
a
ahead,
realization
Alex.
while watching this.
Yes, we both did.
It was only like a minute in, maybe 2 minutes in, and I was like, oh my god, I'm Donald.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh my god, he's so grouchy over nothing. Like, I'm Donald!
And she sits here with a blanket wrapped around her.
Yeah.
Well,
He's ready to go to sleep.
that does make sense because it's early to bed. Early for Donald is like 1 a.m.
Yeah,
Literally?
yeah. That's what Michael said. He was like, it's not even
I was
early.
like-
It changes a lot. 1 a.m.,
At
2
first I
a.m.
Two,
thought it
then
was
three.
11.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, 11? But then it was
That's
like,
what I thought.
then it was like 5 to
And then
2.
I seen
and I was like,
the,
wait.
oh, it's different. It's like, wait, 2 o'clock?
Like the hour and minute hand on the clock
Kind of
changed.
conflicting.
Woo!
Excuse you, all right over there?
Mhm.
Kind of conflicting of the title. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the title comes from an old Ben Franklin proverb, which was
Early to bed, early to rise.
Well, yeah, you
Yeah, what
heard-
else?
I don't know.
Makes a man healthy,
and
And
wise.
wealthy, and wise.
Yeah.
Very good.
Donald says it in the short.
Yeah.
It appeared in his Poor Richard's Almanac, and Toya, I'm going to give you the glory.
It's Poor Richard's bar.
Yeah, that's where they get it from in the office.
I
Yep.
love that.
They offered like a mixture of like seasonal weather forecasts, practical household hints, puzzles, and
Like
like
the
a
Farmer's Almanac?
yeah, kind of similar to
Probably
that.
not.
But he went under like a different name. He went under Poor Richard rather than Ben Franklin for some reason. I guess for keep his identity. I don't
Because he
know.
wanted to be known as poor, you know, to
Yeah.
the common folk.
I guess so.
Poor Dick.
Poor Dick.
The guy that's on the $100 bill. I mean,
Yeah.
how poor could he be?
Right.
Yeah, right?
Released June 11th, 1941, rated TVG with a runtime on Disney Plus of 8 minutes and 42 seconds. Directed by Jack King. Animation by Paul Allen, Jim Armstrong, Ed Love, Hal King, Ray Padden, and Judge Whittaker.
Was Walt Disney not in this one at all then?
No, this is only Donald. Voice work by Clarence Nash.
Yeah.
That's it.
And you didn't say Walt Disney's name at all in any of like the directors.
Well, I've stopped saying produced by Walt Disney because he produces all of them, so I don't care. We open up inside Donald's mouth, apparently, as the camera zooms out and
Fitting.
shows a sleepy Donald yawning. He's in his pajamas with the little pajama
night
cap.
cap.
Yeah. He sings the wisdom of Ben Franklin: early to bed, early to rise, makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise.
They're not women.
No. Late to bed. His bed situation is
Poor
kind of
Don.
unique.
So is this his apartment or is this like a hotel?
It looks like an apartment.
Because he lives in the crummiest apartment.
I know.
Well, he's got like a Murphy bed,
Wheel-out
but
cot.
like
Yeah.
not
But
really.
It's weird because his other house had, when we met,
Daisy.
not even just Daisy, with
With Hugh
Oh, yeah,
Lily,
yeah.
Lily, he
Yeah.
had a big house.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what happened?
This
He
one-
fell on
Fuse
hard
destroyed
times.
it.
Yeah.
This one, the top half is like a regular cabinet, and the bottom half is just a bed that pulls out and
It's
unfolds.
not
Murphy
even
bed.
a it's not
Almost.
A Murphy's a pull
Yeah.
down.
Yeah. Okay. It's a pull
Doesn't
out.
look very comfortable.
Even, no. It's got that big spring in the middle, you know, the middle.
Yeah, the
folds.
bar where yeah.
Yeah. Well, Donald's had a long day. His feet are killing him. You
He's
know.
massaging them toes.
I mean,
Yeah,
1 o'clock
he's
in the
getting-
morning.
Yeah,
between
the
the
webs.
toes.
Between the webs.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell?
He rubs his toes and massages
one
them,
foot.
and he's ready for bed. Only 1 foot.
I
yeah.
noticed that too. I
He
thought
didn't
it was
even wipe his feet before getting into bed.
Okay, wait. So, they probably have no idea.
Oh, they don't know
So,
this?
I have a thing. I read it in a book one time, and whatever. I have to like wipe my feet off before I get in bed.
Like with a wipe or like
no,
a
like
doormat?
no, like my hand. Like I sit on the bed and I like over the edge, just kind of like brush them off.
Oh.
And it's just like a thing I have to do. So I made him start doing it.
No, but like, you could feel crud in the bed if you don't do that.
Like I don't know. I mean, we vacuum our floor, but you know.
But there's
of
still
course,
stuff
we're
there.
not there.
Yeah.
I wear like slippers all the time when I'm at my house, so there's never anything like stuck to the bottom of my feet.
Well, I have house shoes. Those shoes are
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I wear those, but I don't bring them upstairs. So
Oh.
like, but from the wall, you know, like whatever. But it's also just a habit now. Like I've just done it for years, and it's just
That's
a thing.
so funny.
But so Donald didn't even wipe his fucking feet.
No, so all that,
And he doesn't even wear shoes, so he's just
that's dirt and rubble, pebbles and
yeah.
just everything. You just bring it into bed with him.
It's nasty.
Finishing up singing and settling into bed, his head goes back but misses the pillow completely, and instead he just slams his head onto a metal bar.
that had to have hurt.
No metal
I've
bars
done
on
that
the bed
before.
are no go.
Not on a metal bar, but on the headboard. It
Yeah.
happens more often than I like to admit. I'm always like, ow! Michael's like, oh my god.
Here we go again.
After fluffing his pillow, he tries again, and this time he does hit the pillow, but when he does, all the feathers inside his pillow come flying out, covering his bed.
And I said, "Do you think he has duck or goose feathers in his pillow?" And he does.
He did.
He has grandma stuffed in the pillow.
Jesus. Probably not wrong.
So he tries again. Donald is a tucker with the sheets.
He tucked himself in.
He tucks his body, and he says, "How come they don't make these for human, despite being a duck?"
man size.
Man size, despite being a duck
Michael
himself.
tucks himself in too. Same
You,
thing.
you make a little cocoon for yourself.
He looks like a vampire when he sleeps. It's scary as
I
fuck.
do.
He
don't
literally,
get hot?
and he'll sleep like this.
See,
And it's so scary.
I
Why
do-
do you sleep like that?
yeah. Why do you?
He's always
Why
slept
do you
like
like
that, his
Dracula?
mom said.
Peaceful.
And his brother
you
sleeps
know,
like
you
that
know.
too.
Well, you know why? Because this one takes off this much of the bed, and I
Yeah,
have this
you
much. So I'm like,
like that.
I need my balance. Like,
I gotta do.
He's doing core workouts.
It's
He
like-
put himself on the bed.
okay.
I gotta do the 1 foot out to regulate the temperature.
Oh, I do. I'll do that.
No, but
I'll just
then-
tuck in the top part, and
It's
then
uneven.
the bottom, my feet will be
It's
out.
uneven, but then like the shark that lives under the bed will come and chomp your foot off.
Well, if Dan's ever missing a foot, we know who did it.
Yeah.
You got another foot.
Yeah,
It's
Dan.
okay.
Or
Shark
the
under the
monster
bed.
under the bed will come and grab you and pull you under.
No,
You have to be
tuck yourself
covered.
in. The foot out keeps you nice and cool.
No.
Even though you're warm when
It's
you're out.
it's,
Yep.
it's for the monster to come grab
It
you.
doesn't necessarily need to be off the bed. It could just be
Oh,
out
it's
from
like-
under
It doesn't
the covers.
matter if any skin is out. It'll come
What
and
about
get
your
you.
face?
Yeah, what about your
No,
face?
that's
So
a little
you-
different because you bundle.
You like mummify yourself?
You've seen me.
Well, just to let everybody
Yeah,
know. You
yes,
like mummify yourself all
I
up to here?
do. Yep,
Interesting.
I do. I'm a freak.
I kind of do that too. Put it like up to here.
Mhm.
I always sleep with my hand like this, but my feet are always out because I'm sweaty.
You a back sleeper?
Yeah, he
Or
sleeps on his
back
back.
inside.
Like,
Oh, I
like
can't do
Dracula.
back. Can't do my back.
I cannot
I'll fall
sleep
asleep on my
either.
side, and then I'll wake up on my back.
He'll fall
With the
asleep
cat jumping
facing
on
me like this.
I shit you not, dude. That's how
That's
she wakes
why
me
I-
up. She'll be
yeah.
in the window right above the headboard,
Yeah.
and she'll jump and land on my chest
She
and
does it
run.
for
I'm like,
funsies.
you fuck.
I love when she
But
does
then
that.
I'll look
It's
at
so
the
funny.
time. I'm like, oh, I should be up already. You're right.
She's waking his ass up.
Mm-hmm.
Do you sleep on your back?
I sleep on my stomach.
Yeah, me too.
Me too. Do you sleep with like the one leg up, or just
Oh, I
with
do
your
that.
legs extended?
Can't sleep on my stomach.
Lately I've been having a really hard time sleeping. So honestly, lately I've been sleeping however the fuck I can fall asleep. But when I do lay on my stomach, I'll sleep with like one leg kind of up too.
Yeah.
Or I can sleep with them straight. Or I can, I don't know. I sleep weird.
Hillary strikes me as the type of person who can just like sleep anywhere
I
in
usually
any
can.
position.
Oh, I
ever.
could do that.
I
Like-
can. I used
I
to,
could
but the
actually
past
do
few
that.
months has been really hard for me. I think I need a new mattress.
Aw.
Or
Well,
a
when
new
we,
couch.
the three of us did the 50th, and we were all in one room. Lights would still be on and everything, TV
Oh
going,
yeah,
you'd
she
be
just
out.
like curls up.
Disney, so I've literally been dreaming about going back to Disney for Alex's birthday because I'm like, I'm going to be able to sleep so good. I can't wait. I
Aw.
get my best sleep on those mattresses there.
That's
They're
like when
so
we
great.
went, the three of us,
Mm-hmm.
and Victoria was like, Hillary, take your glasses off. Because she was talking to us 1 second,
Yep.
and then she was out cold with like her glasses on the other second.
Yep.
She was like, take your glasses off so they don't get ruined. And she was like,
Yeah, she was
I
perfect.
took them off and I think I just like threw
Yeah,
them
she
on
just
the bed.
tossed
Yeah.
into the bed.
And Hillary also sleeps with all of her shit on the bed in Disney.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. Bags, food, water, laptop,
You did do that,
everything
yeah.
literally
Oh.
just sits on the bed next to you. And I'm like, Girl.
Well, yeah, but I don't like put my suitcase or anything like journey on there. Yeah.
But like if you
Well,
were,
because it's just me on the bed. Where
I
else?
know.
I don't have any. Like I don't know. I don't want to take up any other space.
it's just funny.
When you go to bed, are you guys
And I
TV? TV or no TV?
No TV.
In the background, no TV.
No TV.
Yeah.
I like the TV on.
I don't care if the TV's on, doesn't bother me. But Michael
Yeah.
always
Most of the
would
times
shut
I'm
it off.
playing my video
Yeah.
games when she falls asleep, and then
It doesn't bother me, but if it was just me, I keep the TV on.
I need the TV. Well, in Disney, I don't think it bothers me.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
like I said, in Disney I can fall asleep in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted usually.
Yeah.
Donald, he can't sleep anywhere.
His next distraction is in the form of his alarm clock. As we pointed out,
It's ticking and it's annoying.
it now says 1 a.m.
I thought that was the lemonade pouring, making that noise. That
that's
was
me.
you ticking, Michael.
Yeah, so as we pointed out, the clock clearly says 1 a.m. I don't know if he's been battling like
Since 11?
Since 11. It's been 2 hours now,
he
but
has.
here we are. The ticking from the alarm clock keeps Donald awake, as it's all he can hear. The time, it's
Not to mention
inconsistent.
though, he didn't turn the lights off. At
I know.
all.
Yeah.
I said it too.
I was like, try turning the lights off, bro. Maybe
Some
that's
people
why
do
I
do
can't
that.
sleep.
yeah.
I remember one of my cousins, they would just fully lit room. Their walls are white too, so it's even brighter.
Oh my God,
They would
like a
just get into
sideboard
bed
one.
and just fall asleep with the lights on.
How do
And
people
all
do
night just
that?
sleep with the lights
People
on.
are fucking
I could do
weird.
I
that
mean,
too.
I could do that, but
Me
if
too.
you're trying to go to sleep and you're having a hard time, then I would turn the lights
I
off.
need it to be pitch black.
Really?
Yes.
Like my soul.
But you can have the TV on?
Yeah, because like I can cover my face.
it's the
Okay.
sound more, right?
Yeah.
It's TV.
Yeah.
He knocks the clock off the nightstand and into his drawer.
As though
But
that was gonna stop it. From
yeah,
ticking.
all this ends up doing is just making the whole drawer tick-tock even louder now,
Echoes.
echoing it. Donald, growing more and more frustrated, ends up throwing the alarm clock across the room into the wall and falling into a vase. I think I brought this up before, but Phil Magic, all of Donald's lines are just reused lines from
Yeah.
shorts over the years. Here's another one. When he throws the alarm clock, he says, "I'll show you who's boss." That's when he throws
the flute.
the flute, yeah, and it boomerangs back to him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've
Don-
heard a good amount of them already.
Donald, all the phrases, I remember watching this one, all the phrases that Donald says are like so old school. Why
He's-
can't we bring them back?
He's got a great vocabulary.
He says doggone
Yeah.
so many times I
Yeah.
lost count.
Yeah, he
and-
uses a lot of weird phrases.
Yeah.
Ah, sweet repose.
Yeah, that's one. Yeah, I
He
was
has
like,
such
what?
such weird phrases.
Was a sailor. That's why.
Yeah.
With the clock inside the vase now, the vase starts ticking and making even a louder noise. Donald grabs the alarm clock and throws it out the window, but it bounces off of a clothesline and sends it back into the room, but this time Donald swallows
If I
it
was
whole.
Donald's neighbor, I'd be like, shut the fuck up.
What I also don't understand, if it was early to bed early, if he had to wake up early, how the hell is he gonna wake up early if he doesn't have an alarm
I
clock?
don't know.
I don't know. But he's not even getting to sleep.
Maybe he was like, screw it. I'll just sleep in.
I guess.
He said, I gotta get up early in the morning.
Yeah, he had something to wake up early
I don't
for.
know what he was
did
going to.
say.
Find the
Maybe
house.
this is like a precursor to his date with Daisy. Gotta get up early for his date with Daisy.
Aw.
Maybe.
And he never made it to his date now. Well, he swallowed the clock hole.
That was freaking weird.
Yeah. The ticking is now coming from inside his body.
One-way
Donald's
street.
Yeah.
Donald's idea to get this to stop is he's going to furiously slam his ass into the wall.
That's always my solution.
He's trying to break the clock inside him. Yeah, he's just throwing that
He,
ass back into the wall.
lifted up his nightgown. I feel like that was very, like,
Yeah.
what's the word? R-rated, where he, like, lifted up his nightgown and he saw that the clock was in his stomach because it was
Glowing
radioactive.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what?
It was like with the radioactive
Yeah.
watch things from, what's that movie?
I don't know.
The
but I know-
Radium Girls?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Or whatever it's called, yeah.
That wasn't working too well for him. So he's got this like I don't even know what this is. It's like it's like a board mounted onto his wall with two handles
yeah.
and like elastic bands.
I thought it was like for
an
working
yeah.
out.
Yeah, but I don't know what you're supposed to do with this.
Strength training, resistance training?
Probably just
maybe?
Oh,
like,
like
maybe just
forward?
like
Oh,
it's-
rowing.
yeah, that's what it's resisting
Okay.
training.
Well, what he uses them for here is he gets a full sprint, runs away from the wall, and the bands pull him back into the wall, and that's going to
Smash
break it
that
that way. He tries it again, but this time he pulls the board off of the wall, and it slams into him from behind, and it sends him flying forward through the wall, and he crashes through a painting.
Hope he wasn't renting.
But it did break it, So yeah, he ruined this
He was,
painting.
he was ruining everything.
Famous
No,
painting, by the
just
way.
to
Deposit.
Famous painting, by the way. It's called The Whistler's Mother.
Hmm.
It's by James McNeill Whistler. So that's his mother. And it does work because even though
burped
Donald
it up.
crashed through the painting,
Yeah, then he started barfing up the.
Yeah, the
spits
little
out
pieces.
all the broken pieces, which I was relieved because Donald was in for a rough night if he didn't, coming out the other end.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, all those sharp metal pieces.
Ooh.
Yeah. Donald settles back into bed, happy now with the silence, but now it's his bed that starts acting up on him.
Typical.
The bottom half of his bed, Murphy bed, whatever this is, starts to fold upward, folding his bottom half of his body. He initially fights it off, but then folds it back, but then the other end starts folding up on him as well, playing, back and forth with him.
Rude.
Yeah, you can't catch a break.
And the springs.
Now he turns off the lights on.
Yeah,
try
and
to
then
go
it
to
got
bed.
dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
And then he got sandwiched.
sandwiched in the bed with
And then-
like the light
And then it like
upward
up.
the other
It
way.
became like
yeah.
a disco.
Yeah.
Well, rewind real quick. He got sandwiched in the bed, and then he took the time to squeeze his hand out to turn the light on, which I don't understand because he's still sandwiched in the bed. So it's like you can't. Why are you prioritizing turning the light on when you're still stuck in the bed? You can't see anything.
You know, sometimes you just need to see better. So you turn the lights on.
But he's squished between the mattress. He can't
I know.
see anything.
Maybe he felt like he needed to have the lights on so he could see his way out.
I guess, yeah, like the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, I
kind of
don't
thing.
Well, Donald
Or when you're driving and you turn the volume down so you can see better.
I do that all the time.
Yeah.
Guilty.
Donald keeps battling the bed, and he gets it to fold down, but springs start shooting out everywhere as he unfolds it.
Rude.
Finally, Donald's bed solution to all this is to nail down his bed with a bunch of chains and ropes, which I don't know where he got them from, but they were in the bedroom.
And then he also had this other weird thing for his beak to go
Yeah.
through.
Yeah.
We don't
what?
kink shame
It's like a
here.
whole contraption. It
It's
looks
like a
yeah.
death trap, this bed.
We don't kink shame.
No, he can
No
do
one's
whatever he
kink
wants with these
shaming,
nails
yeah.
and whips and
He wants to have
chains.
fun with himself, by all means. Go ahead,
When he was
Don.
ready for Minnie's cake.
Yeah, he's got a part that comes down and traps his head in wood. It's like
Yeah.
a wood box
And
for his
just
head.
his beak sticks
Yeah.
out
That
of
was
it.
neat.
Yeah. Put that whole cake on his face.
You would think that would work, but no.
Just so he can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Just when Donald thinks he's finally solved his problems, all the broken alarm clock pieces from the other room start to magically come back to life. And they all start ticking again and somehow manage to assemble themselves back together. And the alarm rings, and it's time to wake up. Now, I don't know what time it is, if
It's
Donald set
broken.
this alarm for 4 a.m., but he's been battling the alarm clock all night, and now it's time to wake up. And Donald angrily leaps in his bed, causing everything to break, and springs flying everywhere underneath him, and all that's left is wood boards and springs.
Yeah, he would have been better off just sleeping on the floor with
Yeah.
a blanket and
It
pillow.
would have been better going to Daisy's and just spending the night there.
Could have cuddled with its love.
Yep. The short ends with Donald sitting on his wood bed frame with nails sticking up and a bed sheet wrapped around his head, and a sock on a spring which mimics like a snake charmer
Oh,
music
yeah.
plays.
Oh, yeah.
Much to Donald's displeasure, I guess he just never got a good night's sleep.
Yeah, that's why he's always grouchy.
You know what I hate
Can't
about
get
all
any
these
can't get any
shorts?
sleep. He needs a new bed.
There's never a happy ending.
I don't know. The next one kind of
Next
had a
one
happy
does.
ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
But
my
there's
favorite
never
one.
a resolution.
Oh, now with Donald. No. Never Donald.
But even with
Misery.
even with the last one, there's never a resolution. Like Pluto never learns how to become a good caddy.
Putter. Caddy.
Mickey's
Oh,
just like,
partner.
oh, you're just a dog. Like,
Yeah.
Well, that's on him for choosing his dog to be
and
his
even
caddy.
with Mickey and Minnie's, he didn't even get to explain himself. That there was this
I
whirlwind,
know.
and she just threw the cake at him, and that was it.
Yeah.
They always end on such a negative note.
You're right, they do.
I like this one though. And I like it because normally with Donald shorts, he's just the butt end of the jokes from his nephews, or Pluto kind of takes over, and Donald always just bears. He's the end. He's a joke in all these shorts,
Yeah.
and he was in this one. But it was
They make a
him.
mockery of him.
They do, but there's a story that they're telling, and it's him battling inanimate objects. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I enjoyed it more because it wasn't other people just shitting on
Torturing.
Donald.
Yeah, I like this one.
Yeah.
It was just his own internal battles.
Last short we have is Lend a Paw.
I like this one the best.
Yeah, I did
This one
too.
was cute.
This one's got some interesting notes on it. So for starters, this is actually a color remake of a previous cartoon, 1933 Mickey Mouse cartoon called Mickey's Pal Pluto.
Mm-hmm.
Difference between this one and that one is that in this one there's only one kitten and no Minnie Mouse. The original had more than one kitten and Minnie Mouse. This short also won the Academy Award for Best Animated Short in 1941. To this day, it is still the only cartoon featuring Mickey Mouse to have won the award. Nominated for a bunch, but all of Walt Short's wins were from Silly Symphonies. They didn't have Mickey. And I think it's kind of funny because it's not even really a Mickey short.
Yeah, he's like barely in it.
Mickey's one win is really a Pluto win in my mind. Let's see. And then finally, the poster that was released for the short in theaters had Figaro from Pinocchio as the cat in the short. However, Figaro does not appear at all.
Yeah.
And instead he's just replaced with a unnamed orange cat instead. Pluto and Figaro would end up appearing together. I almost said working together. Would end up appearing together for the first time 3 years later in a short called First Aiders. Yeah. But released on October 3rd, 1941, and rated TVY7 with a runtime on Disney Plus of 8 minutes and 22 seconds. Directed by Clyde Geronimi. Animation by George Nicholas, Kenneth Muse, Nick Nichols, William Strum, Eric Gurney, Norman Tate, Chick Otterstrom, Maury Redden, and Emery Watkins.
Wow, so many names.
Yep.
There's so many people that like.
It's mainly these 8-minute shorts
You
have
need so
10
many
animators on them. Yeah.
Because they all do like a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
They still do that.
I guess that's how you could churn them out pretty quickly too.
Yeah.
If you got a bunch of
Yeah,
people working on
because-
sections.
Yeah.
Yeah. Voice work by Walt Disney, Pinto Colvig, and June Foray. Before we open up, we get a nice little message on the opening title card. This picture is dedicated to the Tailwagger Foundation in recognition of its work in lending a paw to man's animal friends. I looked it up, and it was created in 1929. They provide funding to nonprofits who provide life-saving treatments to sick and injured animals. Based out of LA, and they're still running today. We open up with a snowy winter day. Pluto is outside sniffing around in the snow when he hears a kitten meow.
Kobe reacted. My cat when that meow. Kobe's ears went.
Aww.
Oh,
It was really cute.
that is cute. Some unknown asshole has put a kitten in a sack
I know.
and tied an
That
iron
pissed me
weight
off.
to it.
Pissed me
Yeah.
off so much.
Fuck.
He was attempting to kill this kitten.
Like, why kill it? Like, what the fuck? People are animals.
Pluto jumps into the rescue and retrieves the bag from the water, saving the kitten.
Not even knowing it's a kitten.
No, yeah, out from
Because
the
I think if he knew, he would have been like, nope.
Yep.
Like,
That's what it seems like,
some
right?
asshole dog tried to kill this kitten, tied it,
Yeah,
with
right.
weight to it. Out from the bag comes the kitten, and Pluto, now seeing what he has saved, he doesn't like this very much.
I'm like, I don't know about all that.
The kitten keeps trying to follow Pluto.
It was so cute. But this is like super accurate because kittens will like 100% just like latch onto you and like follow you forever. I saw this video, I'm sorry,
No, go ahead,
derail
go.
us, on TikTok of this kitten. This guy was like, yeah, so like this cat just like was meowing outside my front door, and he like opened the door and it just walked right in, and he like tried to put it back outside, and it was like, nope, and it was just like yelling at him like, meow, meow.
You're my mom now.
Yeah, and he had to like he ended up keeping it. He took it in, and he was like, okay, I guess you live here now.
Despite Pluto's best efforts to blow the kitten away, the kitten keeps following him and follows him all the way back home.
Can't leave this little kitten out in the cold snow.
He saved him.
True.
Save him to what? Let him freeze to death? So
Yeah.
you're either gonna drown to death or freeze to death.
The two of them enter the house, and we see Mickey reading a giant piece of yellow construction paper. For the looks of it, there's no words on
There
it
was
at all.
no words on
It's
it.
barely resembling a paper of any kind.
Yeah, these animators, man, slacking off.
Yeah, they needed an 11th animator on this. They wouldn't do that. Mickey asks who Pluto's friend is, and Pluto realizes the kitten followed him all the way home.
And Mickey
He was so pissed.
yeah, and Mickey's like, oh, cool, another animal.
And Pluto's like,
So you've got, well, yeah. Mickey fills up Pluto's bowl with milk, which Pluto watches on with jealousy in his eyes. Just then, a devil Pluto appears, and
So creepy. And why it was green, I have no idea.
Yeah.
he's got the old-timey, like, mobster voice.
I was gonna say, why do they all sound like they're from like The Sopranos or like
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
super Italian? Like, come on, we're not all that bad.
Nope.
He's over there taking your food.
Yeah. What are you gonna do about it?
And he does the hand.
He's stealing your gabagool.
Yeah. I'll have the gabagool.
Well,
I don't think we have that here.
the devil Pluto tells regular Pluto to not let the kitten stay because it's either going to be the kitten or him, and Mickey's going to have to choose. Angel Pluto floats down and tells Pluto to be a good dog and treat the kitten nicely. But the devil Pluto shoos away the angel Pluto and shows Pluto that there's a lot of Plutos here, oh my god, that the kitten is stealing his food, which sends Pluto into a jealous rage, and he charges at the kitten to protect his bowl. Next, the devil Pluto shows him that the kitten is also trying to steal his bed, and Pluto then rushes towards his bed and protects that angrily as well. Mm-hmm. He's baring his teeth, looking angry at him. Yeah, pretty bad. The devil Pluto convinces him that he has to get the kitten out of here. He whispers a plan into Pluto's ear, which he likes the sound of. There's a fishbowl sitting above the kitten as Pluto sneaks behind the kitten, grabs him, and puts him up to see the fish in the bowl. So the kitten, seeing the fish in the bowl, he licks his lips and tries climbing into the bowl to get to the fish. But the fishbowl tips over, causing the kitten, the bowl, and the fish all to fall down on top of Pluto. Mickey hears the commotion and he finds the three of them lined up. He can't tell which one of them caused all this. So he asks Bianca the fish.
He knows.
This bitch immediately. Pluto.
Also, is there a reason why Pluto looks like he's wearing a Native American headdress?
Oh, I thought it fell off the...
It's from the lamp.
Yeah, why they decided to include it, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I was waiting for...
They said, ha! Looks funny.
Why?
But despite this kitten, trying to eat the fish still...
Blame Pluto.
Yeah.
Well, because I don't think the kitten because kittens are just curious, right? So I don't think it really would have eaten the fish.
Oh, okay.
But also, it wouldn't have gotten up there if Pluto hadn't.
That's true too. Maybe she saw that. Betrayed by Bianca, Pluto is kicked out of the house by Mickey into the snow.
Which is so mean.
It's so extreme.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, it was get out and stay out.
It's
snowing.
winter.
No.
Yeah.
It's cold.
The
At least he didn't put him in a sack and try to weigh him down in the river.
I guess. Showed him that mercy.
The devil Pluto reasons with Pluto that this wasn't his fault. It was the fish's fault. How was he going to know that the fish was going to rat him out?
Yeah, it's the fish's fault.
Just then, the kitten's ball comes rolling outside from inside where the kitten was playing with
It's
it.
really Pluto's ball.
Oh, I guess it would be. Yeah, Mickey doesn't have toys yet.
No.
So the kitten's playing with his ball.
Yeah.
Oh, that's worse. The kitten chases it outside, but the ball bounces into a nearby well. Of course, all these shorts, there's a well nearby.
Yep.
Well,
that's how they got water, Dan.
Yeah, I guess.
Not
true.
everybody had running water.
This
Okay.
is before running water, I guess. Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Okay, I'll buy it.
Out in the country like that?
Yeah, I guess so. The kitten falls into the well chasing the ball, and now it meows out for help, and Pluto immediately rushes over. Angel Pluto reappears and urges Pluto to save the kitten, while the devil Pluto instead says, let the kitten drown.
Yeah, just fuck him.
Tie a weight, throw him in the water.
Yeah.
The two go back and forth arguing with each other until the devil Pluto punches Angel Pluto, knocking him down. Angel Pluto gets back up and returns to devil Pluto and delivers an even harder punch, which just causes the devil to poof into midair, and he's just gone.
Not so angelic anymore.
No. And now the angel Pluto orders Pluto to save the kitten, which he does. He pulls on the rope that's tied to the bucket that the kitten is in and pulls it back up to the surface, causing the kitten to be saved. But as he pulls the kitten to safety, he falls into the well, and now he's at the bottom, hanging on to the rope by his teeth.
Yep.
Mickey hears all the commotion.
Which
and
I don't understand because he howls really loud. How did he howl?
I guess he thought it was the kitten.
But with his teeth, how did Pluto
He's like-
howl?
Oh, yeah, that I don't know.
Oh, okay.
So Mickey...
Cleo looked at me like, are you good?
So Mickey goes rushing outside to see what's wrong. He sees the kitten in the bucket and rescues him, but is unaware that Pluto's in the well, desperately
and Pluto's
hanging
like,
on.
hello, me, hi.
This
Don't
dog
forget about me.
is desperately hanging on for his
Yeah.
dear life by his teeth. He howls again when he falls into the water, and Mickey realizes that Pluto's also in the well. So he starts pulling the rope up. and Pluto is completely frozen in a block of ice and he is turned blue. Inside the house,
Hypothermia.
Only in a
hypothermia.
Disney anything can someone be frozen in a block and then come back to life.
Yeah.
But okay.
Like
What I
what's
don't get
head?
is the cat was in the water
And he didn't turn
get
into a
blue or turn ice.
I think the cat was in the bucket.
No, the cat was in the
in the
water
water.
trying to like the bucket was like spinning around on the side.
Pluto's a baby, I don't know.
Yep.
Little bitch. Yep.
Inside the house now, Mickey warms up Pluto in a nice hot bath, which causes him to turn back to his regular color. The kitten thanks Pluto for saving him twice that day with a lick on the face, and Pluto happily smiles. The angel returns to end the short, and his last bit of advice is kindness to animals, my friend, will be reward in the, and he stumbles, and then he ends the short by saying, the end.
That was the best one.
It really
Yeah,
They
resonated
were all
with
cute,
me.
but yeah, that one was
That
the
one was
best.
really cute. I
Yeah, I like
that
this one. It had a nice story to it.
Had a happy ending.
Yeah. Which is very rare.
Cute kitten.
Yeah.
Little baby.
I think Pluto should have won the Academy Award, but that's okay. I don't know why Mickey got it.
His short one, okay?
Yeah.